What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Ace Metaphor, and this is the Ace Metaphor podcast coming to you live. And I'm about to take some questions from everybody. I've been reading y'all questions, comments, and concerns, and I've been seeing a lot of iffy stuff that we need to address here. So if you're on Instagram, whatever the social sites is, drop a question below. We gonna get into it. But before we get into all y'all questions, I got to talk to y'all real quick. All right, give me a second. If that man wanted to, guess what? He would. If he wanted you to be a wife, guess what he would do? Get on one knee and ask you to marry him. If that man wanted to be faithful, guess what he'd do? Keep his penis inside his pants. If this man wanted to do right by you, listen to your concerns, change and improve, guess what he'd do? He would change and improve. That man don't want to. And despite him not wanting to, guess what you are? Still there with him, enabling his behaviors. At some point, you got to drop that man that don't want to and find one that does. Why do you always make time for men that want instead of men that will? Men that don't instead of men that do. Men that can instead of men that can't. All the time you keep making excuses for this man's poor behavior. I mean, he just getting his shit together. This man is 77, 42. How much more time you gonna give him to get his shit together? This man is a grown man. You can't teach old dogs new tricks. That man is still dogging you because you believe in your heart that you are Geppetto. You are Barbara the Builder. You are potential Pamela. You are Fix'em Felicia. And you wonder why you keep getting assembly required Adam. Build me up, Bill. Instead of I'm ready, Ralph. At some point, you got to look at yourself and you got to say, if this man could, he would. If he really loved me, he'd show it. If he wanted me in his life, he'd be about that shit. That man don't think you valuable like that. Be honest. If that man actually thought you was valuable, guess what? He wouldn't give another man a chance to take you off the market. But instead, what did he do? Put your ass on layaway in the back of the store with all these promises and shit. You got make a promise, Peter. Instead of make one come to reality, Ralph. And here it is. I'm going to, in the future, we getting there. I just need more time. Just wait a little bit longer. I just got to get this thing together first. This man done did that to you month after month, and that done turned into year after year. Here you are still using years of your life on a man that ain't gave you a plan for it, ain't executed it. With his actions shows you that he is ready. I guess what I'm trying to say is, as I sip my drink, if that man wanted to, guess what he would do? Marry you. Love you properly, communicate effectively, father his children with integrity. If that man actually wanted to. And here's the bigger problem that a lot of you guys are facing, especially here on TikTok. A lot of you guys are facing, it ain't even that man don't want to. It's that man can't. Let's talk about it. I need y'all to drop y'all questions. Put y'all questions in the chat. I'm about to go into question and answer in a second. As soon as I figure out how to get my stream back up, I'm about to go to question and answers in a second. I need y'all to put y'all question and answers. I think there's a way. Hold on one second. I think that there is a way. Give me a second. I think I can see y'all comments. There's a way. Let's see if there's a way for me to put the comments on the screen. Show comments on the stage. This is risky. I'm gonna put the comments so y'all can see the comments on the screen. All right, so we're about to get into some question and answers real quick. All right, some questions and answers. So I need y'all to drop y'all questions. I got answers for you. All right. I am doing my first Twitch today. I don't know if anybody's watching it, but I'm going to be on Twitch too. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. All right. Hold on. I got a question. I got a question. My husband consistently lies to me about cheating, but don't want to leave me. I'm always the problem. I buy him everything, and he is still cheating, but keep me pregnant. Why would I leave a woman that lets me cheat? Why would I leave a woman that lets me treat her like shit and she still stays? Why would I let a woman go that lets me get my way? At some point you say, why does this man cheat and still stay? Why does he still mistreat me and still stay? Because you are the woman of his dreams. I prayed for times like this, that I can find a woman that's beautiful on the outside, but low self-esteem on the inside. I found a woman I can manipulate, and she takes it. She takes it so good, better than I've ever met in my entire life. This is why this man won't leave you. Why would I leave a woman that allows me to do whatever the fuck I want to do and still come home and have sex with her and still buys me stuff and still makes excuses for my behavior? You ain't my wife in the making. You are my enabler. You are my second mommy. You believe in the best in me. And why would I let that go? You treat me like a king. And all I got to do is treat you like a peasant in return, and you still stay? At some point, y'all got to stop it. At some point, y'all got to stop expecting these manipulative people to stop manipulating you when they're the one benefiting. Why would he leave if you can't? You get nothing out of the relationship. You can't leave. You can't go nowhere. You can't put one foot in front of the other and walk towards a better life. And you expect this man to leave the person that is giving up herself in order to service him? Every time you threaten to leave, that man chuckle a little bit. We ain't going no fucking where. Because he done already took your power wheel. He see the way you walked slumped over. That nigga done took your backbone. Talking about why don't he just let me go? Why don't you just go? My point I'm trying to say is, if you keep living in this world where people that do wrong by you realize they're doing wrong by you and they leave you alone because they want to see you grow and actually be with somebody that makes them happy, that makes you happy, you keep living in that fantasy world of thinking that those men are going to let you go. No. You are everything I prayed for. I wanted a woman with low self-esteem. Not to other men, but to me. I want a woman with boundaries with everybody else in her life, but not towards me. Fuck you talking about? Boundaries? Telling me no? No. That's for the other men that's trying to talk to you. I want you to say no to your blessings. I want you to say no to your path and your purpose and your happiness, but say no to me, fuck no. And I've met a woman that allows me to do that. So if you keep thinking that that man is going to let you go, you going to be for a rude awakening. This is why you have to leave people who deserve to be left. You got to walk away. You got to grow a backbone. You got to realize your worth. Whole time in that relationship, his goal was to chip at your worth. Why you think he say shit like, why you think he say shit like this to you? What other man gonna love you like me? Who gonna want you with all them damn kids you got? Look at how your tummy look. Ain't no man gonna want that. Ain't nobody else gonna put up with your shit like I do. Every time he says that, what is he hoping to do? Chip away at your self-esteem. Chip away at your self-esteem. And some of y'all are allowing that to happen. You have to make it up in your mind that you deserve better. Period. That you deserve better. Because that nigga ain't just going to give it to you. And I'm gonna do something I did yesterday. TikTok, y'all ain't get to see it. Check this shit out. Check this out. Watch this shit. PSA to all the women in 2025. Sometimes in order to change the man you are with, you got to change the man you are with. Sometimes you need to upgrade that nigga. Let's keep it real. Sometimes you got to upgrade that man. And I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about upgrade the man you got in your life. Upgrade the man you are sleeping with. Upgrade the man you are investing in. Upgrade the man that's not ready to a man that is ready. And sometimes there are two different people. Here you are trying to build that nigga instead of replacing him. That's your problem. Here you are trying to get that I'm not ready Peter and making him to a symbol. I got the alliteration wrong. Okay, I got the alliteration. Just rock with me. Just rock with me. Just rock with me. It's harder than it looks. Your problem is you afraid. Maybe in your heart, you don't think you deserve better. So you act like you don't. You think the only man that you deserve is a man you got to fix first. You got to heal first. You got to assemble first. Your job ain't to change men, to mother men, to build men, to Humpty Dumpty put a nigga together men. Your job is to find one already assembled. And if you find yourself not able to love the current version of him, and you thinking about you got to change him in order to be satisfied with him, baby girl, change him. You change everything in your life but niggas. You chip a nail, you change it. You get a flat tire, you change it. Light bulb go out, you change it. But when it comes to niggas, you think you can fix a nigga like you a carpenter. You take off your crown and you put on your construction hat. You take off your high heels, you put on your steel-toe boots. You put down your tiara and you pick up a hammer. You go into construction mode. And here's the thing, you don't know how to fix a man if you tried. You're not equipped for that. You want to love a man, not raise him. You want to support a man, not be the source of his only healing. But yet, what do? What do? Instead of changing the man to a man that's deserving, that can receive you, that understands your worth, that sees your beauty, that knows what to do with it, that's ordained by God, that is your threefold cord. Instead of changing that incomplete, unready, hurt man, because hurt men, hurt women, instead of changing that man to a man that's complete, what do? I can change him. I can fix him. That's my duty because I love him. Why don't you make the prerequisite to loving a man, loving a healed man? Loving an assembled man. Loving a man that's put together. Huh? Why can't you do that? Now, hold on, y'all. I'm just making sure. Let me make sure of something real quick before I continue to go on my little rant. I guess what I'm saying is, don't you deserve more than a project man? Don't you deserve more than a man that has to hurt you first? Matter of fact, let's talk about that. Matter of fact, let's talk about that. Ladies, you know what hurts me is when I meet women who think the prerequisite to finding a man that loves her properly is enduring the pain of that man first learning how to love her properly. The gauntlet of his growth, the growth pain of an unprepared man, a confused man, that you got to prove yourself worthy to be a wife. And that means achieving battle scars. because that shows you that you was able to ride or die for him. He wants you to show that you can be a ride or die. So he gonna put you in ride or die situations. Like mentally, you fucked up by the time you get proposed to. Your body is not how he found it. He done gave you a baby or two before he married you. How come it's always presented to women like it's a badge of fucking honor to go through the gauntlet of pain in order to endure the growth of a man that wasn't ready before he met her? Man, girl, you held him down. Look at what you was able to get. See, you didn't give up. You believed in him. All that bullshit. And we be encouraging that shit. Yeah, she held him down. Yeah, she stayed despite. You know, boys will be boys. You just got to let a man be a man. No. At some point, you say, I deserve what I deserve right now. It's like that commercial. It's my money and I want it right now. Like at some point, don't you deserve a ready man? I don't know, fucking now. A man that's put together now, that knows how to operate inside of a relationship functionally now. Someone that I don't know can communicate, receive communication. Someone that is a leader, a protector and provider. These niggas be acting like y'all got the highest standard in the world, that black women's standards are so unreasonable. Let's be honest. All that shit we hear on the internet, most black women ain't asking for that. Most black women is not asking for a man to be rich, super duper tall, and the dick hang to his knees. Okay? Now, ladies, I understand it'd be nice if you met a nigga like that. You know what I'm saying? But you not unreasonable. You know, let them say it. Let them say it. You think you settling if a nigga ain't 6'7". No. You just want a man, I don't know, that is in tuned, thoughtful, considerate, patient, kind, long-suffering, who is generous, who is wise, mild-tempered, a man that's ready to be and willing to be a husband, a man that's able to honor his wife and or a woman in his life, a man that has direction. And these niggas act like you are asking to hit the lottery because a lot of men don't even put stock in those qualities. To them, it's all about the money. That's why they always blame you for wanting money, because it's a projection. Most of y'all just want a man that can take care of his goddamn self. Can you take care of you? Do you have a place to stay? Do you have a car? Can you read at least a 10th grade level? Do you have a job or a career that you love? What is your overall goal? Maybe you're not everywhere you want to be right now, but what is the direction? But I need to see what the fuck you have done. I need to see what you have accumulated. And because a lot of men are not putting in that work, they scapegoat the fact that they're not being chosen to, you want this unicorn of a nigga. Well, no, you just want one, I don't know, that's healed and put together. Have you resolved your childhood trauma? To a point where you can function inside of a relationship. Have you healed from your ex? Are you always talking shit about her? Are you always talking shit about him? We be acting like, I got this comment still on here. My bad, y'all. Let me get rid of this comment. We niggas be, I mean, come on, man. Let's see. Anyway, next question. Keep dropping those questions. I see we got Facebook in the building. We got YouTube in the building. What's up? What's up? What's up? I need y'all to drop y'all questions real quick. I'm gonna put a banner real quick. Drop a question below. Drop a question below. So look, I'm about to start. I'm gonna turn into a streamer. I got a confession to make. I got in trouble today, y'all, because I went on the internet running my big mouth I be running my big mouth. I went on the internet and read my motherfucking mouth and I got in trouble. I said that a woman with whom I was in a relationship with, living with for 4 years. And, you know, we was not married. So I will say that. But for 4 years, I did take on the financial burden inside the household. We were shacking up. I admit that that probably wasn't the best decision, okay? Shacking up is not necessarily good. However, in our shacked up situation, you know, I took care of the load financially. My lady also at the time would come on tour with me. She would help, she would work some of the shows, or for a lot of the shows, she was just helping. But my lady made a lot of sacrifices for me. All right. Now, during a relationship, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, the things she wanted to do, I made sure she was able to do it. School, classes, anything she wanted for real. And I've been blessed in my life to be able to like afford basic shit. So I got on the internet the other day on a podcast and I said, when we broke up, I gave her a severance package. And all the niggas, they've been calling me simp all day. Nigga, you a simp. You simp. Now listen, ladies, I realize, ladies and fella, I realize, I'm be honest with you, I do realize that maybe, just maybe, it probably in hindsight wasn't the smartest thing because some things transpired after we broke up. But I want to clear some things up. I would never apologize for attempting to provide a soft landing for somebody that I spent 4 years, I lived 4 years with. What I mean by that is this person for 4 years, 5 years didn't have to pay a bill, didn't have to do a lot of different things. And that transition after you break up to complete independence, especially when the job you had was working for me, would have been more difficult if I didn't provide that. And if it makes me a simp, let me tell you this. I'm getting sick of niggas calling everything simping. I just think it just makes me a good ass nigga. And to be honest, I'd probably do it again in another relationship. If I spend 5 years with a woman, it ain't like I got married and she's entitled to half. I'm glad I didn't do that dumbass shit. But if it's getting you an apartment for 6 months, you know what I'm saying? Making sure, you know what I'm saying, your car insurance is covered for 6 months, you know, your phone is covered. If that makes me a simp with a woman that honestly I could have seen myself marrying, a woman in which we spent 7 years of our 20s and 30s together, like, fuck, whatever. Like, what point in this world do we call them niggas that help, that don't have to break up like really toxically? You know what I'm saying? What we call them simps. Now, again, in hindsight, I probably would have kept my money, but that ain't got nothing to do with what happened right there. But they've been calling me a simp all day. And I'm gonna just say this. Listen, I ain't even trying to cap. I ain't got no cape on or nothing, but, and I'm gonna just say this with my chest. What 6 months, 6 month apartment, let's say it's 6 months, $2,000 a month, $12,000. Now I know when I say this to a lot of, you know, working class people, I can understand why y'all would say, hey, that's a lot of money. But when I met my ex, I was a nurse at a hospital. I was making $24 an hour. When I met her, transparently, I probably had $10,000, $15,000 in the bank. By the time we broke up, you know, I was a multimillionaire. This is not somebody that met me when I was on. This is not somebody that knew for a fact what I would become. And, you know, I think sometimes I'm irresponsible with the way I tell these stories, right? Because, you know, I laugh and I joke and I try to keep it about me. But what I don't want to do is give the internet the impression that this was some gold digging woman. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm just some simp paying for shit to try to keep a woman. This is somebody that held me down, even though that shit didn't work out. Like, ain't nobody trying to see nobody high and dry, especially. It would have took, look, and this is what I say to people, and I'm about to get back to y'all questions. it would have took me more effort to not help her out after we broke up than to help her out. It would have took me more energy to change the type of person I am internally to be that mean and disgusting towards a person simply because the relationship didn't work out. So again, I know to each his own. Y'all probably wouldn't do it. Maybe I wouldn't do it again. Maybe I would. I don't fucking know. It's all situational. But anyway, back to the comments. It is what it is, nigga. I don't really know. Like, what I'm supposed to say, man? I don't fucking know. What I'm supposed to be like, fuck you? Like, I don't, you know what I mean? We talking about $12,000 is a lot of money. But you know, do you think it's a lot of money to me? Is the question. It's not a lot of money to me. All right. Let's go to the next question. Let's see. IG, do we got any questions on IG? How you call one more thing? How you calling that simping? PSA to the niggas that overuse the word simping. You can't simp for a woman that loves you and you love her. You can't simp for somebody that pours into you at the same rate you pour into her. You can't simp for somebody that you see as a wife and she sees you as a husband. You can't simp for somebody you in a relationship. Y'all call everything fucking simping. A man buy a woman flowers, you a simp. A man plans a date, you a simp. A man drops his hoes for a woman he is serious about, you a simp. A man makes sure he provides properly before and after a relationship for a woman that he had intentions for, then you a simp. Y'all call everything simp, and you wondering why niggas don't pay attention to y'all talking on that fucking internet. Because ain't everything simping. A man being faithful, choosing to hang with his woman instead of going to the club is not simping. A man getting on the internet defending a woman who's been terrorized or victimized is not pandering. A man saying to you, treat her with respect, is not pandering. Y'all need to get your shit together. Not everything's simping and pandering. Some of y'all must think taking care of y'all own damn kids is simping because you don't do that. You mad at me for providing a soft landing for somebody I was in a 4-year relationship with, knew for 7, lived together for 4. You mad that I helped provide a soft landing for that woman with whom I cared for? Nigga, you don't even pay your child support. Shut the fuck up. We are not the same nigga. Not everything is simping. I'm getting sick of y'all saying that. Simp this, simp that. You simp this, you a simp this. Simp, you simping, simp. At some point, liking women is going to be simping to y'all, man. Shit. Just say you broke, nigga. Just say you ain't got the emotional capacity to love a woman with vulnerability and emotional intelligence and sensitivity. Just say that. I'm an alpha male. Man, get the fuck off my page. Y'all be doing that. Y'all call everything simping. Like, I'm just so mad. How? Me situating a woman that believed in me before I became Ace Metaphor, that was at 90% of every show that I ever did while we were together. How was me making sure she was set up with an apartment right after we broke up? How is that simping? Ladies, I don't know how y'all put up with these niggas. I don't understand how y'all put up with these niggas. How do y'all do it? Man, you a simp. You wrote her a poem and shit. You a simp. I really think it is a man's way sometimes of projecting his jealousy of his inability to be vulnerable, to be sensitive, to be emotionally intelligent, to be invested in one woman, to completely let your guard down and to be able to trust a woman. Nigga, sometimes you will get hurt. You can do all you can for the right woman and it still not work. And that's part of love. That's the risk you take. But y'all got y'all guards up so much. You think every woman you meet is your enemy, that eventually they gonna hurt you, that eventually they gonna steal from you, take from you, that they can't be trusted, that they're emotional beings, that they're incapable of logic. Sometimes you're using that word simp to mask your internalized your internalized misogyny and low-key hatred for women. I be seeing the way y'all talk about some of these famous men that got legal trouble right now. Like, nigga, y'all cape for any man that has an objective opinion about evidence that's being shown in court that clearly supports some villainization of that man towards a woman. He's pandering. You're a simp. We supposed to stick together, nigga. This is not fucking, my bad for this ain't the Little Rascals where we got a he-man woman-hating club. So I'm gonna make this very simple. My bad. I'm streaming now. I'm a streamer. I'm gonna make this very simple for the people that are watching. Because I want y'all to know exactly where my heart is. You can't simp for your girl, bro. That woman that's equally yoked with you, that woman that's as capable to bring things to the relationship as you, that woman that's equally as invested, you can't simp for a woman that's equally yoked with you, bro. You can't simp for a woman that's willing to give you everything she got. You can't simp for a woman that's willing to risk her life to bring a child in this world for you. You can't simp when it comes to the seriousness of protecting and providing for that woman. You can't simp for a woman that saw you at your worst and loved you still and was there for you still, that believes in you, that speaks life into you. You got these lonely ass niggas on the internet making it seem like you less man simply because you pro woman. That woman in your life that has held you down, that got your back. That woman suck your dick at night and you care more about some random nigga's opinion on the internet calling you a simp? Who you care more about making happy? The woman that'll do anything for you? The woman that has proved that she got your back? The woman whose intuition told you about those niggas that was plotting on you and you didn't listen? You will care more about the internet's opinion about you pandering and simping than the smile that's on your woman's face because you prioritize her? You care more about not hearing jokes from those so-called friends you got because you choose to stay home with your lady instead of going to the club? That's what you care more about? I said it and I'm going to say it again with my chest. There are so many heterosexual men right now in heterosexual relationships with women that they don't like for real. They do not like for real. And I said that. And when I said that on Cam Newton, everybody had an opinion. Oh, and he's meant for saying that people homosexual. I ain't saying you homosexual. I said you do not like the woman you are with. You do not value her opinion at the same rate you will value the men in your life's opinion. And you know that. You do not want to hang with her at the same rate you want to hang with those boys you got. You know that. You know you don't see her as your equal. You know that. You know you care more about the validation from men with whom you're not fucking than the woman with whom you are fucking. That's why I said there are men that are in heterosexual relationships that are heterosexual that don't like the women they are with. He may love you. He may take care of you. He may protect and provide for you. But sometimes that man don't like you. That's why when you communicate, he reads it as nagging. That man don't like you. He uses your body for pleasure, but a man that like you will make sure you nut. A man that like you will make sure you equally enjoy the sex you're having as much as he do. A man that likes you for real values your input and your opinions. A man that likes you views you as a friend. And guess what? There's certain things you don't do to your friend. You don't lie to your friend. He don't lie to his niggas, he lie to you. The point is, as men, we have, and I said this on Cam Newton, we have to start appreciating women outside of just the sexual sphere and romantic sphere. That man you're in a relationship with has never had a completely platonic relationship with a woman in his life. You know why? He don't like women for real. He don't like women. Let me tell you why, especially black men, what we struggle with. Now, emphasis, do not clip this out. Keep this part in. Do not clip this part out. I am not saying most men, and that's what I hated about the clip. I said a lot of men. I didn't say most men. I said there are some men. I believe the vast majority. I don't want to get into the statistics. Point being, let's go back to this. Point I'm trying to say is, before I lose my thought, there are some men that have not ever had a completely platonic relationship with a woman. The driving factor in them talking to most women that they've encountered in their lives or hanging out with most people that they've encountered in their lives has been attached to trying to get sex from that woman. Most often, it's without any attachment romantically to something that's committed. There are men who have had sex with over 100 women, but only had feelings for 3 of them. They've divorced themselves out of caring enough about what that action may mean for that woman. They don't like women for real. You hear what I'm saying? In order to get that woman to have sex with them, they're willing to play friend. They're willing to deceive. They're willing to wear a mask. They're willing to lie. They're willing to pretend to be interested in something more and disguise it as calling it game. And then, once that act is achieved, how many niggas have never called you back again? Or acted brand new once they got it? As men, we have to acknowledge that certain men like this exist because honestly, a lot of us used to be that nigga. You can't say you like women for real and you disrespect them. You call them bitches every time you can. You call them females. You even strip a woman of her womanhood by calling her a female. You say female, bitch, hoes. You objectify them. And then I'm the bad guy when I say sometimes these men don't really like women for real. Whatever. Yo, whatever. Whatever. Hey, whatever. 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 Hey, whatever. Ain't my problem, no. Whatever, man. Whatever. All right. Let's get to another question. Woo-wee. You know what I really hope I did? And I didn't. Fuck. Oh. You know, every time I try to do all this recording shit and all this different shit, I forget to record it on my screen. Every single time. Every time I did the Twitch, I did the Instagram, I did this, that, and the other. It is what it is. We had a good time today. Anyway, I got a couple more. I keep doing that too. I know y'all. Y'all like, what are you talking about? I got this. I'll show y'all one. Can I present? You know what I want to try? I'm gonna start getting videos together and we can watch them together when I do this stream and shit. I wonder if I got a Twitch viewer. I'm live. Let's manage stream. Do I got a viewer? Let's see. I don't want to collaborate. I just want to see if I got a viewer. I ain't got a viewer yet. How do I get a viewer on Twitch? I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. I had one viewer and I got 2 follows. Nigga. Yeah. I had a viewer. I don't know where the viewer at, but I had one. How many watching on let me see how many watching on Instagram real quick. So I'm gonna start streaming more. I don't know if I can see y'all views real quick. Oh, we got 98. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, I love you guys, man. I'm gonna come back live tonight since I didn't get a clip. Nah, let me go ahead and just do it now. Shit. Let me just do it now. Keep dropping y'all questions. I need one more question. TikTok, y'all got a question for me? I got to learn how to use TikTok. Drop y'all questions real quick. Drop the questions. I'm going to pick the next question. I just need a question. Cool. Next question get answered, whether it's on... All right, cool. Next question is getting answered real quick. All right, cool. Let's do it. All right, here we go. How soon is it to know it's real? Okay, let me get another one. How soon is... Rephrase that for me. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? I think we accomplished enough today. I'm a little sweaty. I'm gonna come back later on tonight. I love you guys. If you watch to this point, make sure you like, share, subscribe, etc., etc. I love you guys. I catch you on the flip side. Peace. TikTok, y'all can